maybe.
Well, let's go back to your early life. How did you
Yeah.
recognize talent in yourself? How did you recognize the funny in yourself early on?
I don't think you ever do. I think you recognize a desire to be funny. And for me, I was always not really comfortable with people until I figured out what made them laugh, whether it was me making them laugh or not. But it's a way to sort of figure out what people are like, and in my opinion, kind of assess their intelligence and like what makes them laugh or what doesn't. Everyone's different. And I think, around 6th or 7th grade, I realized, like, all right, I think I might not be foxy. So I might need another move. I had like one eyebrow that lightened up slightly in the middle. It wasn't, I needed to move. Yeah. I have a cold, by the way, so I apologize for the sound of my voice. I know. If there is any kind of booger emergency, I'm going to go behind that desk.
And at what point did you decide I'm going to make a life of this? I'm going to turn this kind of party trick or friendship trick into a living?
Well, I went to the University of Virginia and I studied drama there. And then somehow I knew about the Second City in Chicago, and I knew I wanted to go there. And yes, Second City. And improv Olympic. Yes. And I knew and with each step I just thought, well, if I can get in this and I'll get to do this for a while, and that'll be pretty cool. And I didn't know how many steps I would get.
Did you have models? Were you watching people on Saturday Night Live, the early versions, and Second City? And
yeah, for sure. I grew up watching Saturday Night Live and SCTV and anything, any comedy, anything, anybody standing in front of a fake brick wall. I watched it. And I knew I wanted to be like that, but I didn't know.
Not everybody here knows about Second City and learning improv. You have rules for improv. What did you learn at Second City in Chicago? What's the training?
Right after this hot water break.
Okay.
There were two big improv schools in Chicago. One is the Second City, which was started in 1959, and that is this kind of traditional. Are there any improvisers here? Correct me as I go. Excuse me. Kind of traditional viola spolen training as a way of developing scripted material, and there you improvise in front of an audience every night, and you are trained to take kind of social issues, political issues, and work them into your improvisation. And then there's the Improv Olympic, which was what you call long form improv, and their improvisation is not just a means to an end; it is the form. So at Second City, the shows eventually get set and scripted, and in Improv Olympic, the shows are improvised always, every time, every night, in sort of 15, 20, 30-minute chunks.
What are the laws? There are rules of improv that you have here. What are they? We see apparently we have some aspiring improv.
Many improvisers. I mean, the first rule of improv is always to agree, to say yes and to things, which is, for example, if I enter a scene and I say, I have a gun, and you say, no, you don't, that's your finger. That's terrible. No, we're done. And so you're just basically agreeing to kind of honor whatever the other person has created. And then so that's yes. And then the next part is yes and, which is to contribute something on your own. So if I say, I have a gun, and you go, yeah. If I say, I have a gun, and you say, but you'll never get the gold because I put it in my butt. I don't necessarily recommend that. It's been a long time since I improvised. But then that's the and, you're contributing. And the other rules are kind of, it's an exercise in being in the present in a lot of ways, to follow your partner, to make statements rather than ask questions. Which is,
who we were